With good news for today from Baptist Press, I'm Brandon Porter. The U.S. Senate is weighing a potential vote on a bill that would place into federal law the U.S. Supreme Court's 2015 Obergefell versus Hodges decision that legalized gay marriage. The U.S. House of Representatives voted July 19th to codify same-sex marriage into law with the help of 1/5 of its Republican members. With all the Democrats and 47 Republicans voting in favor, the House approved the Respect for Marriage Act in a 267 to 157 roll call vote. The proposal would repeal the 1996 Defense of Marriage Act and require federal and state recognition of same-sex marriages considered legal in the jurisdiction where they took place. The Democratic-controlled Senate needs a 60-vote requirement to gain action on the floor. Democrats promoted the Respect for Marriage Act in the wake of the Supreme Court's June 24th overruling of Roe v. Wade, the 1973 opinion that legalized abortion nationwide. Supporters of same-sex marriage expressed concerns a future high court might also reverse the Obergefell decision and called for a legislative remedy for that possibility.
Good News for Today is made possible through our friends at the Voice of the Martyrs, a nonprofit organization that serves persecuted Christians around the world. Founded in 1967 by Richard and Sabina Wurmbrand, VOM is dedicated to inspiring believers to deepen their commitment to Christ and to fulfill His Great Commission, no matter the cost. Find out more and sign up for their free monthly magazine at vom.org/good news.
The International Mission Board says they stand in stark contrast to current trends in global missions. A recent Christian Post article cited only 3% of mission work goes to reach the unreached. In 2021, the IMB says they sought to focus 81.2% of their missionary team efforts to unreached people groups. Additionally, 90.8% of all IMB teams were focused on at least one unreached people group. The IMB defines a people group as unreached when less than 2% of its population is evangelical Christian. A people group is unengaged when no evangelical church planting strategy is being implemented among its members. The IMB has identified 3,150 people groups that remain unreached and unengaged. Southern Baptist in Virginia are providing immediate relief to the community of Buchanan County, where severe flooding last week affected 450 homes. Read the full story at baptistpress.com. Thanks for listening to Good News for Today.